Chapter 5 Dinner and a Capture.
So, where did you have in mind?
Serena wondered as the car drove through the streets. I actually remember knowing this lovely place a couple of streets down. It's a nice Mediterranean spot. Does that interest the two of you?
I think that would interest me. How about you, Daniel?
Serena asked. Double O Slutty was silent at first to Bond's suggestion, but then reluctantly agreed. I guess that would be okay. Not my favorite thing in the whole world, but let me look at it from this perspective. Mediterranean, which leads to Morocco, which means Casablanca. Seems like our type of story. But James, you implied that you've never been to New Jersey. How did you know about this restaurant? Quite simple, really. When you were off with Ms. Serena, I took the liberty of doing some research. I figured you'd want to spend some time with this lovely girl, so I decided to make a reservation. I see. I guess. Way to go behind my back. Keyword secret, I believe you said. Double S Lady grew confused that Bond said that, as he himself said it just a few minutes ago. The car continued until reaching a small restaurant and bar. As the three got out, Double S Lady interlocked his arm with Serena's, and she smiled in awe. All three entered and sat down at a table near the bar. The server came over and asked for what each of them would like to drink. If I may, I believe the lady will have a cold water, sparkling, on the rocks.
The gentleman close to me, if I remember correctly, will have a glass of milk, that being regular, not chocolate. Still believing in that whole haven't broken a bone yet phrase?
After ordering each other's drinks, Double O Slutty whispered into Serena's ear. Bond himself was just about to order his drink until the other two interrupted. The British fellow will have a Wagner martini, shaken, not stirred. Bond smirked in surprise. Well, very good. So, tell me, how did you and Daniel get to know each other?
It's somewhat simple, I'm afraid. A couple of years ago, Daniel and I were talking, and we got to the point where he wondered if I'd join him for a dance at a get-together. I responded yes, and that's how it started. Sometimes things just click.
You know, in our line of work, you never know when we might meet again. And we are here on assignment. So, here, just in case, take this. Double O Slutty took off a piece of his watch and handed it to her. She got the idea that it was an earpiece and stuck it in her ear. See? Look at that! Now you can say you're a spy, of sorts. Outside the restaurant, Pancho and a few other men of Steamholtz were waiting patiently for the spies and Serena. After a few hours, the three exited and were deciding on what to do next.
I do know about a show that will be happening just up the block. What do you say, Daniel? Is it a date?
Why not? He replied. Bond was feeling a bit jealous. What was that you said back at Q Branch, James? You get all the ladies? Right then, Pancho and his men approached the three, and Double O Slutty turned to see the giant man about to knock out Bond. James, look out! Bond attempted to use the car remote to activate the rocket launchers, but Pancho had taken his named clothing and put it over Bond's head. Double O Slutty pushed Serena behind him and activated the buzzsaw on his watch. He swung it back and forth at the main henchman, slicing his Pancho in two. Despite that, and now Bond being free, it was no use. Double O Slutty was knocked out, and Pancho grabbed Serena and carried her off. The goons piled Bond, Double O Slutty, and Serena into a truck and traveled to an airport to take a trip all the way to Florida. Arriving at an undisclosed location, the two spies awoke to find themselves in Steamhold's lair. Serena was not with them. A set of feet started to come down a flight of stairs in front of a large map of the eastern coast of the United States. The famed James Bond 007 and his pathetic little sidekick 00 Siletti. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Armin Steamhold. 00 Siletti could barely focus on the villain's introduction. The only thing he had on his mind was Serena. I don't care who you are. Where is Serena? But if I may, that's partner to you. She is being taken care of. An unfortunate addition. You see, I just wanted you two. However, she may have informed other organizations if I had left her there. Pity that she was in the last state I needed to secure. Nevertheless, I am willing to give you the chance to find her. Unless you do, I will destroy the eastern seaboard, eliminating every single solitary state. It will make this country a more perfect shape and union, and to put an end to the rumors that the West will be the first to sink. Then again, I restrained you both to those chairs you are sitting in. I guess you are going to stay there. Poncho, turn to screen 23. Poncho walked over to a control panel and pressed a red button to reveal Serena trapped in an escape pod mini-sub near the water blast zones. The pod was losing air at a fair rate. Bond tried to make sense of what Steamhold was saying. You certainly are a strangely reincarnated Lincoln, decreasing the size of the United States so you can just enjoy the look of it better. A more perfect union, you say? How do you intend to get yourself out of here? Judging from the rise in humidity, we are not in New Jersey anymore, rather Florida. Steamhold struggled on what to say next, growing frustrated with Bond's logical manner. This is my plan! Don't question my genius! You think that's the only pod I have? You think I don't have any more modes of transportation? Take them away! Even if I did let you find her, I'd kill you all anyway. How awfully cliché of you, 00 Siletti said. I won't let you get away with this, Steamhold, Bond shouted. How original of you, Mr. Bond. Bond and 00 Siletti were unstrapped from the chairs and led down a hall to a large metal room. Despite trying to cause a fight and escape, the workers pushed the spies into a room and locked it. 00 Siletti then remembered he gave Serena the small earpiece from his watch, an item that Steamhold's people forgot to take away. He turned to a setting that Q had forgotten to mention, a radio. Serena, it's Daniel. I gave you the earpiece back at the restaurant. Can you hear me? We're attempting to reach you. Serena, respond! A minute later, amongst static, the garbled voice of Serena came over the watch.
Daniel, James, the air is decreasing. Help me.
After that, the signal cut out.